Gaming is about to change forever. Developers are literally tearing up the rulebook, and these visionary creators are leading the charge. These aren't just games. These are promises of a revolution. But out of these 15 legendary titles, which one will actually deliver? We're going to break down all the hidden details and ask the biggest questions to figure out which of these games will go down in history. Kicking it off at number 15, we have a game that just won't die. Beyond Good and Evil 2. This game was first shown all the way back in 2008, and its development has been absolutely insane. After years of nothing, reboots, and new bosses, everyone thought it was completely gone, especially with Ubisoft canceling a ton of other projects. But reports in early 2026, and even the game's director, have confirmed it is still being worked on. The question isn't, when is it coming out anymore? It's, how can it possibly be good after almost 20 years of waiting? Ubisoft says it's a huge priority, but with no release date, this thing is a complete mystery. Up next at number 14 is the sequel to one of the most loved indie games ever, Hollow Knight, Silksong. For years, there was no news, and the fans turned into a meme factory of pure desperation. Then, Team Cherry did something nobody expected. In late 2025, they announced a free expansion for the game called Sea of Sorrow, coming in 2026. This has fans super excited for new stuff but also completely confused. How are they adding more to the world of Farloom before we even get to play it? Up next at number 13, we're going deep with Subnautica 2. The first game and Below Zero were masters at being beautiful and terrifying. Now, the developers are making a giant change and adding the number one thing the community asked for, co-op. This new game, which got delayed from 2025, is now coming to early access in May 2026 with 4-player multiplayer from the start. The big debate is whether having your friends will completely kill the lonely feeling that made the first game a masterpiece. The devs say co-op is optional, but can you really feel that same fear when your friend is just a button press away? Number 12 is CD Projekt Red's gigantic new RPG, Project Orion, the sequel to Cyberpunk 2077. After the first game had a crazy launch, CDPR earned back everyone's trust with the 2.0 update and Phantom Liberty. Now they're building a brand new saga in Unreal Engine 5. They're still in the super early stages, building out a new team in their American studios. This means it's still years away, but the real question is, can they nail the launch on day one this time and finally give us the insane dark future we were all promised? At number 11, we have Mafia, The Old Country. After the amazing definitive editions, Hangar 13 went back in time with a prequel to the entire series. Came out on August 8, 2025, and this Unreal Engine 5 game tells the origin story of the crime families in 1900s Sicily. The game got rid of the open world from Mafia 3 and went back to a straight-up, story-focused game. And it totally worked. Fans and critics loved its classic mob movie vibe and super immersive world. Coming in at number 10 is Forza Horizon 6. Now, to be clear, Playground Games has announced literally nothing. But the series is so successful, a sequel is basically guaranteed, right? The rumors are always going crazy, with fans dreaming of everywhere from Japan to South America. After how incredible Forza Horizon 5 was, the biggest challenge is just, what's next? How do you revolutionize a formula that is already basically perfect? People won't just want a new map. They'll want insane new events, crazier customization, and a world that feels more alive than anything before. The pressure is huge to redefine what a racing game can even be. At number 9, we have a game that's not a mystery anymore. Ghost of Yotei. Sucker Punch officially showed off the sequel to Ghost of Tsushima back in 2024. They are making a massive jump 300 years into the future to the year 1603, in a place now called Hokkaido. The game has a brand new female main character named Atsu, moving on from the hero Jin Sakai to tell a totally new story. How do you follow up a classic? You take a huge risk. Fans can't wait to see if Sucker Punch can make the amazing art and combat from the first game even better when it launches in 2025. At number 8 is Lara Croft's huge return in a new, Untitled Tomb Raider game. After the last trilogy ended, Crystal Dynamics announced they're building Lara's next adventure in Unreal Engine 5. They've teamed up with Amazon Games to publish it and have promised a more experienced, confident Lara, connecting the younger version of her to the classic hero we all know and love. Some online rumors have thrown out titles like Legacy of Atlantis or Catalyst, but the developer hasn't confirmed anything. The main goal here is a story-driven adventure that brings all the timelines together to give us the ultimate version of this iconic hero. At number 7 is Light No Fire, the next crazy idea from Hello Games, the people behind No Man's Sky. Instead of a universe of planets, they are promising a single fantasy planet the size of the actual Earth, all procedurally generated. It's a survival game mixed with a deep RPG where you can explore a world with no limits. You can build towns, ride dragons, and find continents no other player has ever seen. It's been in development for years, and we still don't have a release date. So the question is, can the final game possibly be as huge as they say on day one, especially after what happened with No Man's Sky's launch? Number 6 is Exodus, a new sci-fi action RPG from Archetype Entertainment that has a truly wild mechanic: time dilation. When you go on missions in space to save humanity, time moves way slower for you than for everyone you left behind. Days for you could be decades for them. This creates an insane emotional story where your choices affect entire generations. Matthew McConaughey is confirmed to be playing a huge character, but we don't know who yet. With the game aiming for an early 2027 release, it promises a story that uses time as a weapon, forcing you to see the heartbreaking price of being a hero. At number 5 is the sequel everyone's waiting for, Death Stranding 2, On the Beach. Hideo Kojima is back to make his beautiful and weird world even bigger. The game is scheduled to release on PlayStation 5 in 2025, and it continues Sam Porter-Bridges' journey. This time, he's going to Mexico to try and connect humanity all over again. Kojima has said that he completely rewrote the story to reflect what happened with the global pandemic, promising a story that asks the question, should we have connected? With Kojima, you always expect him to change everything, and this sequel looks like it will push our entire understanding of what connection even means. Breaking into our top 4 is Phantom Blade Zero, a game that looks like it will completely redefine action games. Get ready, because this Kung Fu Punk adventure has a confirmed release date of September 9, 2026. It completely throws away the slow, careful combat of Souls-like games for lightning-fast, movie-style fights. The gameplay wants you to be on the attack constantly with parries and insane combos. The developer S-Game wants to make you feel like you're the star of your own martial arts movie. The only question is, will this super-fast, high-skill combat be fun for everyone, or will it be way too fast for normal people like us? Our number 3 spot goes to the titan of fantasy RPGs, The Elder Scrolls 6. It has been over a decade since we first played Skyrim, and the hype is just unbelievable. We still don't know where it's set, but Bethesda has confirmed the game is past the early stages and that there's even a playable version. Now that the team is moving on from Starfield, Tamriel is getting closer. But here's the real challenge. The world is now filled with incredible open-world games. Can Bethesda's old engine and classic formula still feel like a revolution when this thing finally comes out years from now? At number 2, we have the start of a whole new saga, codenamed Project Polaris, the next main Witcher game. CD Projekt Red has confirmed this is the first game in a new trilogy, and it's being built on Unreal Engine 5. The game is now in full development with a huge team working on it. Even though a lot of people are calling it The Witcher 4, the studio is keeping the story and the main character a total secret, but a lot of fans are betting it will be Ciri. CDPR has said the game won't come out until 2027 at the earliest. The biggest question is whether a new trilogy, probably without Geralt leading it, can carry the insane legacy of the original games. And finally, the number 1 most anticipated game that will define a generation is, of course, Grand Theft Auto 6. After years of leaks, Rockstar finally announced a fall 2025 release, but they have since announced the game is delayed indefinitely. Set in the giant, modern-day state of Leonida, which is based on Florida, we're going back to the iconic Vice City. For the first time ever, the series will have 2 main characters, Lucia and Jason, in what people are saying is a Bonnie and Clyde-style crime story. The promise isn't just a bigger map. It's a whole new level of reactive, immersive open worlds that every other game will be compared to for the next decade. The only thing we know for sure is that PC players are going to have to wait, because a PC version hasn't been confirmed for launch. That's the list. The future is filled with legendary games and some serious questions. Which game are you most hyped for? Let me know in the comments right now. The next few years in gaming are going to be absolutely insane. From crime-filled cities to fantasy worlds the size of our actual planet, these 15 games are the most ambitious things in entertainment. Whether they all succeed or not, watching them try is going to completely shape the future of how we play. Thanks for watching.